Well, the price tag of our boy Trey Hendrickson just went up. It just went up a tad bit because Donnell Hunter last night got paid $35.6 million for 1 year. Yeah, no, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Texans, why you gotta do this? Why you gotta be like this? I'm convinced at this point that Trey's not getting a new deal. Like, I know I put it out there many times, and I really am convinced of this at this point. We're going to let him play out his final year and then franchise tag him twice. Because if we franchise tag him twice, that will be 18 this year, 26 next year, and 40 the year after that. And by the time we hit 40, the typical defensive lineman will probably easily be at like 45, 46. So it's going to make logical sense. There's no way in hell we work out a long-term deal with Trey Hendrickson. And again, like I said, as these contracts come out, and this is a problem of waiting, right? This is a problem of waiting right now, is this price tags are just going higher and higher. And it's funny, because right now, you know who the biggest loser is in all this? It's not even us. No, ironically enough, it's the Cowboys. Micah Parsons is about to make arguably $45 million a year. And that is going to be like a small number. Like, because he's going to get paid, man. He's going to get paid. When I say a small number, I mean, like, that is a small number when it comes to how much these guys are going to make in the future. But Micah's about to get paid. Because unlike Trey, who I 1,000% know will not sit out, Micah will. Micah will sit out if he doesn't get paid. So he's going to have to get paid. But Mad Max Crosby right now, $38 million. Number 2 is technically Donnell Hunter, who goes from making $23.7 to $34 million. Actually, wait, it says extension, right? Agrees to a 1-year extension, making him... Okay, so, hold up, never mind. He's not making 35.6 this year. He's making 35.6 next year. So it's not this year. It's next year he's making the money. Meaning, his salary cap this year stays exactly the same. So Donnell Hunter is going to be $23.7 million this year, no matter what. It's 35 next year, which makes him next year... He might not even be the highest paid, actually, because by next year, he might... I mean, Micah Parsons is going to be higher paid, and there might be someone else who gets higher paid. And also, this is not updated, or maybe it is. No, it is, because Myles Garrett's contract doesn't hit until, what, like 2 years from now? So Myles Garrett, his contract doesn't hit yet. He's getting paid crazy money, but that's not for... 2 years from now. So yeah, so he's kind of right now in this gray area, but his contract, he got an extension again, so it's the last 4 years, so it doesn't hit till 2027, which is better and worse at the same time. It's better arguably because it's like, okay, by that time salary cap goes up, it's less money across the board than you're paying now. But it's also, he's older, so it's kind of one of those dual-edged swords there, where you're paying him more money, but it's in the future, but it's also, he's older player, so he might not return that investment as well. So, yeah, fun times. I think right now, right, if the Bengals are going to sign Trey Hendrickson, which, again, I just don't know if they're going to. I will say they would probably need to get it done now. Although he wants well above 30 million, which I'm going to assume he wants 35 because that's well above and puts you right in the sweet spot of right below Mad Max Crosby and way above TJ Watt. But it just, yeah, right now he's 14th, so he's 18.666. I just don't see a world where they don't just last year of his contract, franchise tag him again, and then just ride out with that. Because it just there's no sunset when it comes to these price tags of these freaking contracts, man. Even though we got very lucky because Chase's contract won't hit until next year, and same well, actually no, T's contract hits right now, but Chase's contract doesn't hit till next year, so we got lucky on that. With that being said, where is this Joe Burrow contract reconstruction, like reconstructed contract? I haven't heard anything about that. But wide receiver wise, post June 1st destination, okay. T. Higgins this hasn't updated yet because his contract hasn't come in yet. But he only is going to be like 28 million, which would put him 28 point some odd million, which would put him as the number 2 highest paid wide receiver. And then Jamar Chase is going to stay the same because his contract will not hit until next year as he got an extension. So that works out in the end. AJ Brown still 17.58 million. So I do want to talk about something we talked about last night, and that is let me see where they have it on this website. It's team spending, because people have said we talked about this yesterday. The Bengals have spent more money on less money on offense and more money on defense than the Eagles. I think it's okay. I think I'm gonna have to do it like this. Hold up. I think this is the move to do this. So, defense is spending, because for some reason I always Spot Track. I love Spot Track, but it's impossible for me to actually see anything on the website because for some reason I always get lost. And also I wanted to go to over the cap. So, offensively, we have spent the second most in the NFL, which, yeah, is a lot of money. Defensively, we have spent middle of the pack, but the Eagles, again, are the second lowest spent of any team in the NFL. It's $77 million. 102 million spent Bengals on defense, and the Eagles have spent 77 million. So, which is kind of weird because, again, that we talked about that article thing last night. We pulled up that thing last night, and let me actually pull it up again. Let me see. And this is obviously, so it says we spent 115.1 million. This might mean without Joe Burrow. That might be what they mean by this. I don't know, actually, because 133.6 Philadelphia Eagles. This might have, so Wincy posted this, but this might have been before the Jamar Chase and T. Higgins signing then. Maybe? Because right now we're at 166. Right? We're at 166 right now. This is that 163.6. Might be before those signings, and that's why. Because right now the Eagles at 133. So I think that I didn't realize that one was before the last signings we did, which still would have been true. That post there is still 100% true. It's just we also just signed 2 crazy expensive players. And then obviously Eagles, defensively, we still spend more money on defense than the Eagles do. But pretty much every team except for the Rams spend more money on defense than the Eagles do. The Steelers spend the most money on defense. That's kind of funny. And they spend one of the least. Wow. And they spend the second least amount of money on offense. That's actually kind of crazy, to be honest. But peace out.